Bonza is Australia's newest low-cost airline and has secured its Air Operator's Certificate from the Civil Aviation Safety Authority, or CASA. The airline targeted initially a launch in 2022 after announcing its intent to fly a year earlier. However, it's a process that was delayed significantly as it attempted to obtain these certificates to fly. Now, having secured them, Bonza can fly regionally across Australia with passengers on board, offering bookable low-cost flights through its app. If you would like to hear my very exclusive piece with the Chief of Aviation at Melbourne Airport, do head over to Spotify or Apple Podcasts where you can listen to that now. Initially, Bonza will fly to 17 destinations and 13 will be from its base on the Sunshine Coast. The carrier targets locations such as Townsville, Mackay, Bundaberg and more in Queensland initially. However, soon Melbourne will become a critical destination, but also a little more, with a secondary base being set up there. As the business grows, the airline will add more aircraft, more destinations, and subsequently more employees, with the mission to change aviation in Australia and make it accessible to communities in the country. Regarding how quickly the airline will expand, Tim Jordan notes that they're hopeful that they will be able to expand relatively quickly, but they don't want to do it too fast. They will assess the market, assess the demand, they will assess the resources they have, and go from there when it comes to expansion. Flights are expected to actually begin before February, and Bonza has the ambition to put flights on sale as quickly as possible. Given how long it has been postponing the launch date due to it seeking the regulatory approval, it wants to continue with this bounce. Regarding the subsequent launch, this will also still be dependent on several factors, and Tim Jordan, the CEO of Bonza, said it could take a few days or potentially a couple of weeks, but should not, as I said, extend through to February. Bonza will operate with the 737 MAX, making them the first Australian airline to fly the next generation aircraft, with Virgin Australia to follow closely this year as well. However, at the moment, that carrier operates the 737s, the older ones, alongside Qantas, while Jetstar has opted for the Airbus A320s, only now moving toward the A321neo series. The 737 MAXs were actually a critical reason why Bonza was able to launch now. Thanks to 777 partners, during the pandemic, they were able to find relatively new 737 MAXs and bring them across to Australia for their own operations, rather than, say, ordering directly from Boeing, being added to that long and timely backlog and therefore waiting many, many years before they can actually see the plane delivered to them. Since 2022 and its first aircraft arrival, Bonza has been seeking approval from CASA. Included in these attempts were actually approval test flights that saw their planes visit airports across the east coast of Australia, up in Queensland and as far down south as Avalon. The approval is exciting for the Australian aviation sector, with Bonza aiming to launch low-cost flights to regional markets that are not connected well enough or deal with incredibly high prices, which pushes people in those markets away from flying. Bonza wants to change that and adopt a model seen in other countries globally, while also putting their own Bonza spin on it. One thing that helps the airline stand out from the crowd is its colour choice for branding, which is purple. Tim Jordan told me that the selection of purple as the airline's colour is thanks to his affinity for the jacaranda tree, and if you'd like to listen or read my exclusive interview with him, you can see it on your chosen audio platform or the DJ's Aviation website. Thank you very much for watching. I'm sure we will all be wishing Bonza the very best, and given me being based in Australia, I'll definitely be looking to try out one of their flights sometime soon and give you a full review on the experience. Take care and be safe, and I will indeed see you next time.